Irving Fisher was a pioneering American economist who made significant contributions to the fields of monetary economics, capital theory, and statistics. He was one of the most influential economists of the early 20th century, known for his groundbreaking ideas on monetary policy and price stability. This essay will provide an overview of Fisher's life and his contributions to the field of economics.
Fisher was born in Saugerties, New York, in 1867. His father, a Congregational minister, instilled in him a deep appreciation for education and intellectual curiosity. Fisher excelled academically and was admitted to Yale University, where he graduated in 1888. He went on to study at the University of Berlin and the University of Paris, where he was exposed to the latest developments in economic theory.
Fisher began his academic career at Yale University, where he was appointed as an instructor in mathematics in 1892. He later became a professor of political economy, a position he held until his retirement in 1935. Fisher's research interests ranged widely, from the theory of capital and interest to index numbers and statistical analysis. He was one of the first economists to apply mathematical techniques to economic analysis, making significant contributions to the development of econometrics.
Fisher's most famous work is The Theory of Interest, published in 1930. In this book, he presents a rigorous mathematical analysis of the determination of interest rates, laying the foundation for modern interest rate theory. Fisher's work on interest rates was influential in shaping the thinking of the Federal Reserve System, and he was a key figure in the development of U.S. monetary policy.
However, Fisher is perhaps best known for his work on monetary economics, particularly his proposal for a compensated dollar tied to a stable price level. In his book Stabilizing the Dollar, published in 1920, Fisher argues that fluctuations in the value of money are the primary cause of economic instability, and proposes a concept of a compensated dollar linked to a price index measuring changes in the average level of prices. He believed that the purchasing power of money should be maintained at a constant level by actively adjusting the quantity of money in circulation, in order to offset changes in the price level. Fisher's proposals for monetary policy and his emphasis on price stability have had a lasting impact on economic theory and continue to influence modern monetary policy frameworks.
Fisher also made significant contributions to the study of index numbers, developing a number of statistical techniques for measuring changes in the price level. He is credited with the invention of the Fisher Index, a formula for calculating changes in the price level that is still widely used today. Fisher's work on index numbers was instrumental in the development of modern price theory, and he is regarded as one of the founders of modern statistical analysis.
In addition to his contributions to economic theory, Fisher was a prolific writer and a popular speaker, known for his ability to communicate complex ideas in a clear and accessible manner. He wrote numerous articles and books on a wide range of topics, including health and hygiene, eugenics, and personal finance. He was also an advocate for social and political reform, and was actively involved in a number of political and social causes throughout his life.
Fisher's personal life was marked by tragedy and hardship. He suffered a nervous breakdown in 1898, which led to a long and difficult recovery. He also suffered personal losses, including the death of his first wife, Margaret Hazard, in 1920, and the loss of his entire fortune in the stock market crash of 1929. Despite these setbacks, Fisher remained committed to his work and continued to make important contributions to the field of economics throughout his life.
Stabilizing the Dollar is a groundbreaking book written by Irving Fisher, a renowned American economist, in 1920. It is considered one of Fisher's most influential works and has had a significant impact on economic theory and policy. The book focuses on Fisher's proposal for stabilizing the value of the U.S. dollar, which he believed would result in a more stable and prosperous economy.
The key ideas presented in Stabilizing the Dollar revolve around Fisher's concept of a compensated dollar and his advocacy for the adoption of a stable price level. Fisher argued that fluctuations in the value of money, specifically the U.S. dollar, were the primary cause of economic instability and that stabilizing the dollar would lead to economic prosperity.
Fisher proposed the idea of a compensated dollar, which would be linked to a price index that measures changes in the average level of prices. According to Fisher, the purchasing power of money should be kept constant by adjusting the quantity of money in circulation, in order to offset changes in the price level. He argued that the government should actively manage the money supply to ensure that the value of the dollar remains stable over time.
Fisher also emphasized the importance of a stable price level as a means of achieving economic stability. He believed that fluctuations in the price level created uncertainty and disrupted economic planning and investment. Fisher argued that a stable price level would provide a solid foundation for economic activity, as it would enable businesses and individuals to make informed decisions based on reliable price signals.
Furthermore, Fisher highlighted the detrimental effects of deflation, or a decrease in the overall price level, on the economy. He argued that deflation could lead to a vicious cycle of declining prices, reduced spending, decreased production, and increased unemployment, which could result in economic depression. Fisher proposed measures to prevent deflation and promote price stability, such as flexible currency supply and the use of interest rates as a tool for managing the money supply.
Fisher also addressed the issue of public debt in stabilizing the dollar. He argued that the burden of public debt could be mitigated by stabilizing the value of money. Fisher believed that if the value of money were stabilized, the purchasing power of money used to repay public debt would remain constant, thereby reducing the burden on future generations.
In addition, Fisher advocated for international cooperation to stabilize the value of currencies across countries. He proposed a global agreement among countries to maintain stable price levels and exchange rates, which he believed would promote international trade and economic prosperity.
Overall, stabilizing the dollar presents a compelling argument for the adoption of a stable price level and the use of a compensated dollar as a means of achieving economic stability. Fisher's ideas have had a lasting impact on monetary policy and continue to be debated and discussed by economists and policymakers today. The book remains a classic work in the field of economics and is essential reading for anyone interested in monetary theory and policy.